Howdy boys, it's NPC and today we're back for another episode of Drip or Drown, and in this episode we're going to be customizing the Comet S2 Cabrio because it's our first claimable salvage yard vehicle and I think that's pretty cool. So, of course, before we can do that we have to go over the votes from last week's Drip or Drown, but we have two this time because there were two vehicles that were released. That's the Canis Terminus and the Gauntlet Interceptor. So first, we give the votes for the Gauntlet Interceptor, and in a very dominant 49-8, this vehicle was deemed drip-worthy and will live to see another day. And for a Terminus, in an overwhelming score of 90-9, this vehicle was deemed drip-worthy as well. This one, it looks cool, I guess. I think I definitely could have cooked harder on this one, but cool, I guess. We get to keep them both. That's really nice, and we'll head on over to the garage where the Comet S2 Cabrio is stored. Well, my friends, here we are in LS Customs, and we're gonna dive right into the customization. We've got armor and brakes for our front bumpers. If I remember correctly, this car looks really good just as like, I think this car looks super good as a cruiser, you know, like just the stock bumper looks really nice. You could take this thing top down on the highway. I just think it's got a nice vibe to it, but that's really easy. And we've done that so many times. So I think I want to go for maybe a more retro style build. I've actually never done that on this vehicle, and I think it could look pretty cool. Maybe like this one or this one. I'm kind of thinking the extra lights on the bottom can definitely be cool. You know what? I like it. I like those lights. We can always revisit that later, but I think I do like it for now. And then I'm sure we've got some retro pieces as well. Yes, we do. Just the retro rear bumper, I think, just to match it up. I think that's a good option. For engine, we're gonna max it out, and then for exhaust, what does that change? Oh, these totally just change where the bumper delete happens. So we're not gonna go too crazy here. I think just performance exhaust is fine. For the fenders, we can add some fender vents on the front, and I think it does look pretty good. We could also throw on some sort of wide body kit. I don't know if that looks amazing. Does it even add width to the car? Like minorly, it does. Yeah, okay. The thing is, it's kind of really awkwardly attached on the back end here, so I don't know if I love that part. Maybe we'll just go with these front fender vents, and then we can always decide to come back if it suits our build later. For the hood, we could just go with the smooth hood. You can never go wrong with the smooth hood. The vented hood, I don't really know what those things do. There's a secondary hood as well. The secondary hood is actually not terribly integrated. That being said, I think I just want to go with the primary smooth hood. We'll revisit that. We'll revisit that later for sure. Lights, we're going to keep them in the stock lighting. We might even want to change that to yellow later to get that sort of retro kind of look to it. Maybe we skip out on the neon kit as well. For our livery, we've got retro stone guards. I actually don't know what stone guards are, but it does look kind of cool. We could go with some sort of race car kind of look, but maybe we pick a color first. Yeah, I don't know if I'm loving any of these, to be completely honest. This does add a black line on the side to match the front kind of retro line, as well as on the rear bumper, but I don't know if it looks amazing. Because then we've got three blacks, right? We've got the carbon here on the splitter. We've got this random plastic black line. We've got a paint black line. And then we have the felt top. So maybe we just skip out on the livery for now. For the respray, brown is a great retro color. Like an old brown Porsche. Or maybe even some kind of silver. I wonder if there's an older silver. Like this is kind of an older silver, right? That looks pretty cool. Ooh, a maple brown Porsche. How do we feel about that? I almost feel like I'm doing it dirty. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see what we can do with the pearlescence here. Oh my god, that is bright. Oh my god. The cream on the maple brown looks kind of crazy. I don't know if I like that too much. It's so polished. Oh, this is kind of pretty. Salmon pink on top of maple brown. This is really cool as well. This is just straight up caramel. Oh, I kind of like this. This is a little more golden. I think I like the other one more. Oh, and then these are just brown pearlescents. Okay. I actually like bison brown as a pearlescent a lot. It's so subtle compared to this. I don't know. We're kind of cooking with this, right? Let's leave it for now. Let's leave it. We can always come back to it. I'm going to make the mirrors a maple brown as well to match up. And then for a trim color on the inside, it's black by default. We could change this to some sort of brown as well. Saddle brown. That's a little too red. Beechwood brown is darker. Maple brown on the interior doesn't actually look too bad because it looks like a different shade of brown. So I think that might be the wave, unless we want to go with bison brown. But I like maple brown, just all the way through. That looks good. That looks really nice. For our skirts, do we have some kind of a retro skirt? I don't even know if that's a thing. We take away the curves. Do we want to take away the curves from this? I feel like that's a little wrong, huh? Flared arrow skirts. Because the arrow skirts are kind of cool. I think we revisit the skirts after we look at the splitters. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. I think something not too race-like. Like this, maybe? I'm not a big fan of that, though. Carbon race splitter. Maybe just a carbon splitter. I think that looks kind of nice. So then for the skirt, we should also go with something that gets highlighted. I actually don't hate these, the performance skirt, because then with the performance skirt, it's got that thin black line. Oh, you know what? I like the tuner skirt more. It's simpler looking. I think we want that on an older style car. I think we want that. Okay, and then for the bumper, I think we're good actually. There's no carbon option on the back, I suppose, is kind of what it looks like. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, it kind of looks funny because are Cabrios like a new thing? Are Cabrios? I think Cabrios are sort of an older style. I feel like I don't really see a lot of Cabrios anymore. But then I'm kind of making this an old style car, but like too old, like pre-Cabrio era. Okay, I just did a little bit of research and we're good. I read that the 50s and 60s had a popular convertible era, and then so did like the 2000s, which I know because I grew up in the 2000s, and we're chilling. I still feel a little worried that it's, I don't know, maybe we just need a better spoiler. Like, oh, it's only got DuckTales, man. Like, doesn't this car just look too modern? Like the RoboCop lights in the back, doesn't that just look too modern to have an old looking front end? Do we remove the spoiler off of it? It actually doesn't look that bad. The ducktail does look really good, but then the only way we can have a traction bonus is by upgrading it, and then it's not in the primary color anymore, and that's not really cool. So I'm just gonna take it off. And then for suspension, we are gonna lower that all the way. Transmission, max it out, turbo, tuned, and then for the wheels, I feel like something 5-spoked like this could look cool. Forged 5, but it's got that chrome ring around it, so we can't color it, which is annoying. Although, if we made it some sort of silver, then we totally could. Is that a trade-off we're willing to make? I don't know just yet, because this is kind of cool as well. We definitely need some smaller looking wheels, like the Show Flake has this pattern, but it's a lot more condensed than the Forged Star and the Modern Mesh. So, I don't know, the Tropos really isn't that bad at all. Let's pick it for now, just as a temporary option while we continue to look. Oh, does the Deep Flake Reverse not look insane? That looks insane. I think the Deep Flake Reverse might just be it. That's like exactly what we're going for, is it not? Oh, but this is cool as well. This is cool as well. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool. Deep Flake Reverse, let's color these. Black? Is black just not cool? Dark brown rims, I mean, it's kind of cool. At the same time, I'm kind of feeling like the silver is going to look better at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go and change the color to a metallic, what's an old looking silver? Rolled steel? I think rolled steel is good, or stone silver. Probably stone silver. I think that one looks a little bit more rustic, I guess you could say. And then back to our wheels, we're gonna go back to the street category and check out some of these options. Oh yeah, I think the car looks so much better like this. Now everything kind of like fits together. I think the color was a little too vibrant. So Deep Flakes actually, I think, look better than the Deep Flake Reverse. And it's okay for us to have all of this silver because the car is silver. Like, it's okay to have the chrome ring because the car is silver and it matches up a little nicer. We'll probably change it off of black, but then do we like Mambas or do we like the Cosmos? They both look pretty good in my opinion. I kind of just like the Deep Flake. It makes it look sportier for sure. I think this one makes it look a little older. Okay, and then let's change that back to alloy, or we could do some sort of darker color as well, stone silver. Black steel is actually not bad either. I think stone silver is good, right? Or is that too dark? The alloy kind of looks nice, because then it's slightly brighter. I like the black steel. I like the black steel. It's a little bit darker, so it gets closer to the black, but it's also still relatively close to our primary color. And then just to confirm that we like this one more, I think this one just looks nicer as a retro car than this one. The Cosmo Mark IIIs are better than the Deep Flakes. Yes, we're confirmed. I think from the back, this one looks better, but then from the front and side, the Cosmos look better. But I'm going to stick with the Cosmos because I think that is going to suit our build the best. We're going to bulletproof those. No tire design or anything. Windows will give that a light smoke. And then let's revisit our options really quick just to make sure we have everything that we like on here. Retro bumper on the front with the lights is what we currently have, and we could take that off. Oh, we get those lights. I think I like these ones a little more. I think that's cool. Yeah, I like that more. Just the regular retro instead of the retro SR. And then for the rear end, that is still retro. This almost suits it, the vented smooth bumper, but we're gonna go with retro because it's already fitting the theme, and there's no point in fixing something if it's not broken, right? Wide body kit, we're going to avoid that. For the hood, it's not racy enough to be carbon. Ah, I see. That's where the mustache comes in. That's what it matches with. Okay. Well, we're gonna stick with the smooth hood because that one looks the best for sure. Any liveries? Definitely not. Plate, I think I'm gonna leave in white because that just seems a little more classic-like. And then secondary color, I should change that off of maple brown and probably match our silver with the stone silver there. I think the brown interior still looks really good, so we're gonna leave that. And then that's it. That's the build. Let's take it out and see it in better lighting. God damn. Oh my god. This thing looks incredible. Oh, is that an active spoiler? It is an active spoiler. That's so cool. That is so cool, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Honestly, this is a really good looking S2 Cabrio. I don't know if I've ever made one that looks this nice because it looks like I was going for something, you know? I wasn't just slapping on cool race pieces. But of course, let's drop the hood and see what it looks like with the top down. The roof, sorry, not the hood. Okay, the maple brown interior is... It's alright. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think the back seats look a little darker than the dashboard, and I don't really like that, right? That's not just me, right? Oh, or maybe it's through the windshield. Oops. Regardless, I think the build flows really nicely. I think the wheels look excellent, and it was a good choice to go for the smaller ones because it's got more of a retro style than those big sporty ones that we were looking at before, which are also kind of retro-like as well, but these just do the job better. Anyway, all that's left is for you guys to vote in the comment section below on whether you think my vehicle is trip-worthy or drown if you want me to sell it in the next episode. Make sure to drop a like while you're down there as well, and comment down below and let me know what kind of car you would like to see in the next Trip or Drown episode. Sub to the channel if you guys are new and would like to see the results next week, and that's about it. Till then, take care. Peace.